Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today is day 23. Day 23 of 40 days of praise. And I am so excited to be sharing this journey with you. I'm thanking God for my 40 years, my 40th year this year. And I'm trying to say some significant stories in my life each day, singing the songs that meant a lot to me related to those events. And we're having a sing along as well. I also have a birthday wish. This time I'm going to talk about it at the beginning. And my plan is to gift 40 widows, 40 orphans, and 40 ministers. All three categories need to be indigent. And I would like to give them a gift for my birthday. So if you're interested in being part of it, please give me a shout out. That will be amazing. Okay, so I'm believing that as you're celebrating and praising with me, I'm going to have a lot of opportunity to celebrate with you as well. And those things in your life that you're believing God to shift, they would shift easily by the grace of God. Okay, there is power in praise. So as I've hinted on a forum this evening, today's story is going to be related to my love life. I didn't quite have much of one up until towards the end of medical school. And it was a very, very interesting story, how it all happened. So I'm going to say a little bit of the beginning and then just fast forward to the end of the story. Okay, so I've been talking about medical school this last few days, and I'm hoping we've been enjoying the stories. Before I continue with the story, the sing-alongs for today are Be mi soke, be mi didi. It means take me higher, lift me up, hold my hand and take me higher. So I'll be higher than the world. And don't let it take too long. Mama Jekokwe. And then we'll sing lifted, I have been lifted by your love out of sin and sorrow into the glorious realms above. So those are the two sing-alongs that we're going to sing at the end. And the song for today is You Raised Me Up. Okay, so we're getting there. It's getting good. So sit tight and listen to the story. So I had a classmate in secondary school. We had lost touch for a while, but I had remembered her saying from long ago that, oh, she had a brother. He was very, very brilliant and everything. He went to my university and all of that. But, well, I didn't know her brother, but that piece of information was nice to hear. She was very proud of him, obviously. It so happened that her mother was ill, was in hospital. I visited her mom. Unfortunately, her mom passed. So I needed to comfort her around that time. And so she invited me for the funeral. So on the day of the funeral was at the other end of town. And I was in school on this day. I was in theater. So I said, God, I don't want to tell a lie. And I really want to go for this party because it will make my friend happy. So suddenly I had one very bad headache. I have never been so grateful for a headache in all my life. I just walked up to my superior. It's like, we call them registrars in the university, in our hospital, our registrars. So I just walked up to the registrar. I said, excuse me, sir, I'm having a very, very, very bad headache. He said, how you doing? Because I was a class rep. I was also group rep, different groups. I said, how you doing? You're very hardworking. Sorry, well, you can be going. So I was asking permission to leave because I had a headache. So he released me without much ado, sympathized. As I left like this, I went to my hostel, entered party clothes, tied my headgear, and I was walking towards the gate because I was going to enter public transport. In my mind, as I was going, I said, if this, my registrar should see me with this, my headgear all tied for this party. He'll be wondering, is this the girl that I said should go arrest? Anyway, So I got to the party. My friend was very happy. She danced. We sprayed her. She was happy to see her friends come and support her for the occasion. So she said, this is her brother. I said, okay, hello. We said hi. And then he started asking questions. Oh, was I the one that visited his mother? Was I the one that took something for her, etc., etc.? And he was saying thank you and all of that. So when I was leaving, he was escorting me. And then he gave me his business card and said, this is where I work. I said, really? How come you're working here? He said, well, I'm working here for now and all of that. He was working in a telecoms company. So that's how the story started. Next thing, this person started calling me like every day. And in my mind, I said, this person just lost his mother. I have to be very, very kind. So even though I would usually say, why are you calling me? Or what's this about? I didn't say anything like that. I was all nice and everything. And the matter progressed very, very rapidly after that. Now, the end of the story was not happily ever after, as you might have expected. But he was such a great human being. You know, when you know somebody that you want to write a book about, that because this person has set such high standards for other people to come. He was very disciplined. He was extraordinarily generous, caring, as in he was just ticking boxes, just ticking boxes, just ticking boxes. And sometimes you think everything is fine, but you then get a nudge that everything is not fine. And there were just alarm bells ringing in different places. There were alarm bells ringing in my heart. There were alarm bells for my parents. And I was very upset that what has he done wrong? He has done everything right. The ones that were ringing inside me, I was talking to him about it. And I was like, I don't know, pray about it. We pray about it. Everything's going to be okay. But of course, the ones from my parents were quite significant because I know that they are spiritual people. So I didn't want to take it with kids' gloves at all. Long story short, I had to break the news at the time that I didn't think it was going to be a good plan to go ahead. And at that time, it sounded as though I was breaking his heart, but in reality, it was as though I was breaking mine. So sometimes when people talk about heartbreaks, it can be both ways, even though I was the one giving the news. So I went through a dark tunnel at that time, an extremely dark tunnel, and it was as if I couldn't see a way out. In fact, the next day after it happened, I was telling my mom and I was saying, my phone has not rung today because it was very, very unusual. And my phone would not ring almost every hour or every 2 hours with a call to say, I just called to say I love you. You know, I had gotten so used to it at that time. Yeah, but amazing human being, amazing human being. So that's where I will end that story. So in the midst of that dark time, God sent me comfort. And the comfort came in the form of a book. And the book was titled The Purpose-Driven Life by Rick Warren. And somebody gave me that gift as one of my mother's friends gave me that gift as a gift for my graduation. And God used those 40 days to bring me out of a dark tunnel. The book is for 40 days. And at the end, I was lightened. I was lightened. And God had reached out to me and I was hopeful again. So I'm going to sing the song right away. When I am down, I know my soul so weary. When troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. And I will stop it there. It's a beautiful song by Josh Groban. And the sing-alongs. Be mi soke, be mi dide, mami lowo soke, Kinga joyelo, ogo ayemi, deko yo jade, mami lowo soke, mama deko pe. And the second one is lifted. Lifted, I have been lifted. I have been lifted by your love. By your love, out of sin and sorrow, into the glorious realms above. Have you been lifted up, lifted? I have been lifted. By your love, out of sin and sorrow, into the glorious realms above. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. Join me tomorrow for another interesting story and song and sing along. God bless you.